Hi and welcome to the latest video blog. This time around we're going to be talking about actually the value of planning in your business. I know that many business owners out there are on a journey. Many have started with some good intentions. Somewhere along the line they've lost a little bit of direction and maybe they don't quite know where they're now going to end up. The problem is that unless they start setting a plan for where they want to end up, the likelihood is they'll end up somewhere which is different. And as a business coach, one of the things that I work with many clients on is actually setting that path out a little bit more clearly. So what is it we need to do for that? Well, we need to take a look at where do you want to get to longer term. As Stephen Covey says, you've got to start with the end in mind. And I wonder, what does your business look like when it's actually finished? Have you got a clear picture in your mind of what that means to you? Is it sale? Is it that it runs without you? Is it the fact that you're working in it till you die? There's a whole wide range of options out there, and it's up to you to set actually the path for your own destiny. So the long-term plan is about what does it look like when it's finished? What do you actually need to create to actually give you the life that you want through your business? Part of the issue around not having a plan is, well, long-term's great, but how do I get there? So working on the medium term, your 3 to 5 year goals with a degree of clarity, a little bit of flexibility in there also, but knowing where you're trying to get to. What are the milestones on that journey that you're trying to get to in the longer term? Then we're taking it back down to 12 months. Probably pretty clear around this. A lot of detail, a lot of accuracy, probably some financial forecasts and marketing plans. We know which customers we're going to be serving, which products or services we're going to be delivering. We're getting really crystal clear. We know who the players are in our team and what roles and responsibilities they're going to be undertaking. We know where the money's being spent and where it's coming from. We've got a picture and it's pretty clear at that point. Working it back down from 12 months, however, is then actually, well, what are the actions that are going to drive us there? So having your plan for this quarter, this month, this week, maybe today, and maybe even this hour. If those activities are all aligned with the longer term plan, well, you and your team are going to feel a lot more motivated. The people that are going to be coming on that journey with you will actually understand where they're trying to get to, and they'll be able to pull with you in the same direction. The biggest problem for companies that don't have a plan is a lack of clarity for the owner, so a lack of motivation. Maybe they're losing the will to live or the enthusiasm to do their day-to-day work, and the staff are picking up on that, and they're starting to try and create new directions of their own. So it doesn't work very well. Setting those plans down from long to medium to short to today actually makes a really big difference in your business. And I encourage each and every one of you to take some activity following today to go and do that for yourself. So the top tip for the value of planning, sorry, that didn't work, I'm going to redo that. So the top tip for getting your planning right is pretty simple. I'm going to relate it to a real world experience. I want you to imagine that you're going on holiday with your family and you just get boarding the plane. You're at the airport, you're excited about your trip, and you're sitting down into your seats, you're buckling up the seat belts, the stewardesses and stewards are running up and down doing all the safety checks when the captain appears at the front of the cabin. And he's got a microphone and he calls out to each of you and he says, "Can I have your attention, please? Today we're going to be going somewhere, and I've looked outside, looks like the weather's okay here, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I've seen the ground crew, they gave me the thumbs up, so I'm assuming everything's all right with the plane. I don't have to read too much up at the front here, but I do know that these sticks roughly get us where we want to go, and I'm really excited about this journey. How about you?" Now, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, that's completely unrealistic, I agree. It would never be allowed to happen in the airline industry that anybody would get on board a plane without a flight plan, without checking the gauges, without knowing the fuel, without knowing the risks and all the opportunities that exist. You just wouldn't do it. And yet every day as business owners, many people go to work and they actually say, well, we're on a journey, but I don't quite know where we're going next. I don't know what the bank's reading. I don't know what the sales pipeline is doing. I don't know how the team's performing. And actually, I'm not taking stock of that right now, and I'm not setting some plans for where I want to get them to in the future. And even if I know the differences I want to make, I'm not going back and communicating it to the people that really matter, my team and my customers. Now, if that's resonating with you and you're thinking, yeah, okay, some of those things I could be improving, then I suppose the call to action from today is go and take stock. Go and actually run a review of your company. Work out where you want to get to versus where you are. Set a plan in action, share it with your team, and commit to the activities that are going to make your company fly forward. So that's the top tip for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video blog. I look forward to speaking with you again in a month.